That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we got these trucks, and this is what we've come up like. So they're all in various states of condition. Like one of them, we tried to winch onto the trailer, and the engine fell out, and it got hung up. So one of them is got like no floors in it. It's all rotted, but it's pretty straight, like really straight. The other one is pretty clean, like it's a little bit of rust, it's not super bent and indented, but it's missing a door. And then there's another one that's rust-free, but it's been rolled over. So they're all messed up in some way. And what we've decided that we're doing is we have 3 team captains, and each team captain has put 5 disciplines or challenges into a sealed box. So there's 15 challenges in the sealed box. We only know 5 of them are our own. We take these trucks back to our shop, assemble our own new, fresh team of builders. We're building all 3 of these trucks in secret. We reveal them to each other. And on the day we reveal is when we open the box to find out what we're competing in. So it could be track racing, it could be off-road racing, rock crawling, whatever. But we have no idea what we're competing in when we build our trucks. And the team captain, each team captain has the ability to remove 1 challenge undisputedly. So we end up with 12 challenges total.
That sounds like 11 too many.
you don't have a lot of confidence, huh?
So,
doing all right,
when
Bubba?
does this start?
You want your TV on?
Have the trucks. I know that the other team captains
TV
have
on,
started
Bubba?
assembling teams and collecting
Yes.
parts, but I got to be careful what I say because I can't have them knowing what my build is. But it's gonna be freaking awesome, boys.
Supercharger?
I can't tell you what I'm doing.
Oh. Solid axles, front and
I
rear?
can't tell you. But what I can tell you is that every one of these trucks is going to be blisteringly fast.
All I hope is that you can do that with 2,000 pounds in the bed. Josh, what does one of these trucks weigh stock? Guess, just guess. 1,500.
If I had to guess, I would say like 1,200.
So you could put a Hayabusa engine in these things.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, but like there's no reason why you couldn't put a blown 454 in it either.
Yeah, will the engine compartment fit an LS?
No. None of that matters. The engine compartment in my Harlex didn't fit an LS.
Noted. Just the tone of his voice. He's like, no.
Yeah,
Like,
dumbass.
Yeah, idiot.
That wouldn't be the first time today.
Okay. Well, that sounds awesome. So we're gonna need the follow-up. When you're ready to unveil your T-truck, I think you gotta come back on and we need to talk about it. And send us some photos that we can share on social and point it back to you. Let's not lie. We're not very good. Well, that's true. We will. Okay, just check it. We will.
You
We'll
will.
try.
You will.
I will.
We'll try.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my T-shirt.
Well, you're supposed to drive out here in the studio.
No.
Hold on. It's bad contact right now.
All good.
The phone is making noise.
No, it's right here. It's right here.
Well, that's true. There is a box of shirts behind Holman.
Yeah, I'm touching your shirt right now.
Do I have to drive all the way to El Segundo to get a damn shirt?
Yeah, and to get your wallet. See what he did there?
You want to roll down your window and look outside, Bubba?
When are you coming to LA? When can we actually go have a beer?
Well, I don't think we can have beers right now, are we?
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Outside?
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
isn't California like falling off the map right now?
No. Dude, I had a beer outside at a restaurant 2 nights ago.
Yeah, but not in LA County, did you?
I'm in Long Beach in LA County.
In my county, south of here, where the free people live, a lot better.
I'm telling you, it's open. It's
Okay.
open enough.
All right.
It's open enough. Josh, get your ass out here.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, good. Amazon, YouTube, just look it up, Death Wish. And at Vague Industries on the old Instagram. He's always got cool stuff, videos and what he's working on there, and that's always a fun one. And if you DM him, he'll probably write you back. Minus the sleep deprivation, Josh has got a pretty cool life.
Yeah, we just want to have a good time with our friends.
Josh, you're the best. We appreciate you carving out some time to check in with us, and you're definitely doing the Lord's work.
All right, boys. You take care. Be good.
Right,
Be good at it.
let's talk soon. I want to know about those key cars when you get the trucks done. So let me know.
10-4 and 10-10 on the side.
All right, brother.
Later,
See ya.
Skater.
All right.
Captain Holman, how you feeling about some email?
Hey, Bubba, look,
I'm
there's
gonna
cows.
go ahead and say let's land that plane.
You want to look at the cows?
10-4. What
Bubba,
did I say?
there's some cows.
Oh, yeah.
Do you
well,
want to see
Roger.
them?
Roger.
Did you?
Jim, do
Just got all
you want to see the
distorted.
cows?
Oh yeah, and then it got distorted on you.
Okay.
Roger. Clarence. What's your Victor?
Vector.
Oh, yeah. What's your Victor?
Where's your email inbox?
No, it's over, Unger. Alright, who's going first? Oh, I am. Alright. Alright, I'm going to start with one from Lars. The subject line is, I agree with Jacob. Boom.
Oh.
Hey, Lightning, yep, that Shop Talk intro was terrible. Oh, man.
Oh, we need more. Shop talk.
Shop Talk. Alright, so that's what he's referring to. I'm writing this email as you read my email about you being on either side of my truck's meeting. Honestly, laughing out loud again. Yes, Holman, my truck is 13 years old, so...
And?
I'm sure the speakers are original, but they still do work, and...
5 stars.
Alright, I got one from friend Ray here. That's so weird. Me being in one ear myself.
You're both now, you're both here.
Now I am. Okay, so our buddy Ray says, Lightning Holman, I'm sorry I'm late to listening to episode 141. It's not late. He's late by a couple days. Just wanted to say, I think you did a great job explaining the situation, and I support you guys through this whole thing. I hope Trevor and Nicola, so he's talking about our, I wouldn't say...
Us being used? Us being,
Pawns?
Pawns?
Anyway, I hope Trevor and Nicola ultimately prevail and make it to market in honest entrepreneurial fashion. You guys did all the right things. I hope it turns out well for all. Except I hope the short sellers that drop the bombshell all lose their asses and their assets. And that's from our friend Ray.
You know what? I don't think Holman and I want anything bad to happen to anyone, and we're both actually anxious to see the Badger. I mean,
Yeah, let's see what happens. My whole point is still some great ideas in that building, and they're still moving forward, and would love to continue to be a part of that story in some way. And it's sort of weird that we are in the footnotes of automotive history.
I don't know if we're in the footnotes, maybe the index deep down at the bottom.
Real deep.
Yeah, real deep. So I got a DM. I should have printed it out. It's hard to print out DMs. From a dude who said, hey, so is it Badger if it actually happens, or is it Cybertruck? And I go, well,
that's a fair question.
I think...
To me, it's Badger if it happens.
To me, it's also Badger, but I have a feeling, the pit of my stomach, that the Badger won't be as we saw it. Now, that's not based on anything.
Oh, I disagree. I know people who are working on it,
Yeah?
and it's going to be badass if it continues forward.
Okay, all right. Well, if it does turn out, so that was kind of my answer. If it turns out how it was sold to you and I in Arizona at their facility, then it is Badger. If it's shy of that, it's Cybertruck.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
What are we? Subject line from Yannick. Hi guys, this is Yannick. Yes, you said that. Here's a simple question. What are we? Truck Show Mafia or Truck Show Fam? Always keep up the great shows coming. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
That's a good question. I was thinking, what should we call our Truck Show listeners?
Do we need a name for them?
Yeah. Maybe Payload because they're along for the ride?
That's a no.
No? Okay. How about...
Truck Buddies.
Truck Buddies. Weird.
Yeah.
Also a little bit long.
Truck Buddies?
Truck Nuts.
No.
Oh. Yeah, Truck Nuts.
They are nuts for trucks.
And there's a double entendre in there somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Um...
No. Stop there. Let it soak in for a minute. I don't know that you're going to be able to top Truck Nuts.
Trucker Jones?
No, definitely not.
No.
See, I told you, you're not. You went to the top of the mountain.
Truckeramas?
See, and then you went down the other side. Instead of looking around the clouds, you're like, wow, I'm way up here. I've conquered the world. You just went over the crest and went down the hill.
You doing all right, Bubba?
Unless somebody else has
You
a better
okay?
name.
truckshowpodcast@gmail.com. I
It's
want to hear, what do you
bumpy,
guys
huh?
want to be called? Like, when we refer to our listeners, what should we call you guys?
No, I think they are our truck nuts. Absolutely.
Thank you for saying truck in front of that.
All right, Bubba, we're gonna drive through some water, okay?
Thank you, Yannick. I love the
You
idea.
ready? Do you want to
and
roll
I
your
think
window
you're our
down?
first truck nut.
All right, I got
Yeah.
one here that says,
Okay, roll it
"Agree with
down."
Holman."
Uh-oh.
You
Hi
want me
guys,
to?
been here since episode 1, and this is my first email. Firstly, I agree with
All the way
Holman.
down. Ready? Here we go.
H-E-L-L-M-A-N, which is
I love that.
funny.
Yep.
On the F-150 thing, but here in Columbus, Ohio, we have a bit of another pandemic
Woo!
going on. It is Raptor grills on stock F-150s, and it doesn't sound that bad, but the wide truck markers the Raptor grill have no place on an F-150, in my opinion. Secondly, I have an 04 Nissan Xterra and consistently look around the aftermarket area only to be disappointed of what I find. What's the reason for this? Or could you help me out? Finally, in an earlier episode, you spoke to someone from Baja Chassis School, and I can't remember what the name of the school is, thinking maybe you could offer a refresher. Keep up the 5-star job every week. 5-star review! 5 stars! It really keeps my Monday going at 5 a.m. Yeah, buddy? Yeah, buddy! And that's from Joel. Okay, so, yeah, I'm not a fan of the Raptor grills on stock F-150.
That's as bad as putting a BMW M badge on a non-M car,
yeah.
putting an AMG badge on a
Yeah.
non-AMG. Dude, everyone that you want to think that is that car is smart enough to know
that it's not that car.
You're not fooling anyone that you
What I don't like are those grills that instead of saying Ford, because trademark infringement, say 0000. They're the Raptor grills.
Yeah.
And it's 0000 instead of FORD. Those just look super horrible. I don't know why you would ever put that. And I see them all the time down here. On the Xterra, look for a search term on Google for Titan swaps.
Oh.
And there's some interesting things you can do with Xterras. I can't remember what year it starts with, but anyway, Titan swaps to Xterras and Frontiers. There's some cool suspension and things like that.
What about hold on, what up with the 5-liter Cummins? Can you drop a Cummins into a
No,
Xterra?
but you can do a 5.6 Endurance V8 gas.
Oh, wow.
And so there's quite a few people out there do a V8 from the Titan and the front suspension from a Titan and some other things, because the F Alpha platform is a modular platform, so there's a smaller version for the Frontier and Xterra and a bigger version for the Titan. So there's a lot of interchangeable parts.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then the school we're talking about was the Fab School, right?
Yeah, that's Fab School in Riverside.
Rancho Cucamonga?
Rancho Cucamonga? Somewhere in the 909.
Inland Empire.
Yeah. Yeah, Fab School. Just Google it, pop right up. I think they have some ads.
I think it's actually the Fab School.
The Fab School. Okay. TheFabSchool.com?
I think so.
I don't look. Everyone you Google,
We should
just
look.
type it.
Yeah,
No,
Fab
listen,
School.
you're gonna find it.
The Fab School. It's literally thefabschool.com.
All right, perfect. Deck System spelled incorrectly. You spelled it D-E-C-K-T.
Oh, like deck tape.
No, that's. How many people, by the way, think that it's duct
Duct tape.
It's not duct tape.
It's duct tape.
Duct. D-U-C-T.
Although there is a duct
I
tape,
know,
which is a
duct
brand of
brand.
duct tape.
That's just-
Anyway,
it's someone-
keep,
yeah.
keep reading.
You know why though? Why is it called duct tape?
Or AC duct.
Yes, air duct.
Yeah,
A lot of people
HVAC.
don't know that.
No, I do.
Okay, well,
HVAC.
some
All right,
don't.
Bubba, there's some more water.
So Deck System from Chris Whipple.
You ready?
I think there should be a system for
Can you see the
on
water?
ground in
Here we
the back
go.
seat of your truck. Because I'm getting tired of my kids kicking my kids out of the door as they climb in and out of the truck.
Whee!
I wish they had their own spot in the back seat. I guess it's some kind
Was
of
that cool?
Love the regular Deck System. However, I need more volume in the truck bed than the Deck
Is that
System
fun?
does for me. Thanks again. Keep up the great work. Well,
Yeah, they have orange stripes on them.
a couple of D-bags and fasten them to the back seat. Now people sometimes put their Jam Sport bags or whatever right on the
Hang them on the back seat, the
hang
seat
them on-
backs?
Yeah, so why couldn't you do that with a D-bag, a couple of D-bags? It's an idea, right?
You could. Yeah, or you could call Greg and say, hey, we got more ideas for you.
We could do that.
We could do that. You can
Or
have Greg on.
Chris Whipple
Dude.
could do that. Chris,
Greg
pick up the phone.
at greg@deck.com.
Yeah, greg@deck.com.
But you do that on your computer, not on your phone. Well,
Right.
you could do it on your phone.
You could do it anyway.
All right, fine. Greg@deck.com. All right, I've got one here. Oh, this is our friend Alex Britton, who was talking about you putting your foot in your mouth.
Again?
Well, he's remember we told him to find the timestamp and send it to us? It says, Jaboobly and Hubba Bubba, writing back to Lightning's request to know when he stuck his foot in his mouth.
when you read my last email. That would be episode 127. Email starts at 1 hour, 1 minute, and 26 seconds. Foot in mouth at 1 hour, 1 minute, 50 to 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 10 seconds-ish. Funny to hear mini banks lightning. Hop on altitude before hearing about my using a Banks product. Just poking fun in my last email. In all seriousness, I agree about altitude and see a turbo diesel in my future to make up for the lack of O2. For now, I'll get my fix in the equipment and rigs I operate for work. Thanks again for the content and the read. Keep monitoring those key engine parameters. He says, P.S. Lightning attached a screenshot of the programmer I bought. Are there any new flashes or programs available for this unit, or any other product you'd recommend for us here in Vail, Colorado? And you might be able to tell us from Amazon. I don't know.
Look here. That is the smallest photo I've ever seen.
Well, this is a thumbnail.
Okay, it is. God, I'm going to try to read it. Cart details.
You want me to pull it up?
Sure.
Banks Power 66411 AutoMine 2 programmer handheld.
Yep, nothing new for that guy. Same old flash program. Yep. No, it's a great unit. We sell a lot of them, the AutoMine 2. But no, that's not a unit that we are probably moving forward with in the future. It's a great unit, but we're doing a lot of inline tuning now, and that means I'll explain that some other time.
How many people know what inline tuners are?
No, they don't.
Okay.
I know for a fact they don't.
All right then.
Should I explain it here?
Do you want me to?
I don't want to bore people. You think it's interesting?
Too late.
It is too late.
We'll just do a topic on it later.
Flash tuning versus inline tuning?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd be into that.
All right. We'll sign you up as a guest. I'll send you the scheduling link.
No, we'll have Gail on to talk about it.
Okay.
I don't need to do that.
Okay then. Can you read the next email?
Oh, I didn't know you were giving me an email. Okay, sure. Duramax subject line from JB. I have a 2018 Chevy 3500 single rear wheel Duramax that I use to pull my 32-foot bumper pull camper. I'm looking for a reliable tune or any other bolt-on parts to help with mileage and some power. I could put a cold air intake on it, but that's basically everything else is stock. Oh, and I sent a picture of the truck and the camper. A pretty cool camper. Looks like it's in the high 20s, maybe 20, I don't know, 628, but that's just a guess behind his beautiful L5P Duramax there. So, all right, here's what you do if you want to have the only things that, in my opinion, that you can do to increase fuel economy is better airflow, easier in, easier out. So start with your cold air intake, one that has a high flow filter, and then
one that has a high flow filter that sits right next to your turbo.
Well,
it sucks in all that warm engine air.
Nope. Thank you for bringing that up. This has to be a closed unit.
Closed. My hood is closed, and I have a thin piece of weather stripping on a 3D printed fence.
Not that either. No. This is a unit that is completely sealed and draws air
from the inside of the engine compartment.
From outside the air, because you do not want hot air. You do not want hot air being sucked in. You will lose power the hotter the air is. Exactly. You may have heard this from some of our guests. Yes. So you want to start with a real cold air intake. And what is not...
Now, are you saying a real cold air as in the sense that it sucks from the outside, or a real cold air intake that is so cold?
I'm saying from the exterior of the truck.
Okay, got it.
Right, okay. And here's the kind that's not a cold air intake, that is advertised as a cold air intake.
Oh.
It's a tube that goes from the turbo inlet.
Yeah.
All right. And then ends... It's just a tube, and it ends with an open air element that you can see. So if you pop your hood open, and you can touch the filter right there, and there's nothing surrounding the filter, what is it doing when the hood's down? It's sucking in hot air. So that's going to cause you to potentially lose power when the engine's very hot. Okay, when it's heat soaked.
I like the tubes that go straight down and suck in air down by the tire, so that when you go through any water crossing, you hydrolock your engine. Those are my favorite.
Different situation. A cold air intake is one that actually draws in cool air from outside of the vehicle, where it's the coolest possible air.
It's not frigid air. It's you want ambient air, not
it's cooling. It's cooler than what's under the hood. Okay. The other thing is you want to reduce as much back pressure as you can on the tailpipe side. So, for example, you don't want the engine to have to work to get the exhaust out. So that is the biggest possible exhaust, 5-inch if possible. And on yours, there are plenty of 5 inches to choose from.
What about,
a lot of manufacturers make those.
What about tuners that say that they are an economy tune? What does that mean?
That means they're probably reducing your power. Because the
only way... But maybe you want that.
I don't know why anybody would
Maybe
buy
you
a
don't.
2018 Duramax and then want
Maybe
less
you're
power.
a daily driver and you don't need 900-pound feet of torque.
You should have bought a 3-liter.
Okay.
I mean, so the thing is with the tuners is that there will be some guys that claim that they will deliver better fuel economy. That's very, very hard to achieve with a tuner, because most tuning devices, whether it's a flash tune, which is changing the calibrations on your actual ECM, or it's an inline tuner, which is fooling the sensors on your truck and lying to your ECM and commanding, a different amount of fuel and boost, both have a very difficult time saving you fuel, because they're designed to give you more power, which means they're commanding more fuel. And in most cases of good ones, they'll command boost
But
as
can
well.
they decommand fuel?
They can, yes.
Can
but
you make a 30-mile-per-gallon Duramax if you wanted to?
Yes.
Without ruining anything?
It'll be slow.
But I don't care if it's slow. Maybe it's too fast from the factory. I don't need that much truck, and I'd rather have really awesome fuel economy and super low EGTs. And will it swill less depth if I do economy tuning? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it will. I guess in theory, it
Maybe
would.
I want better fuel economy and depth economy.
I mean, you're not going through that much depth.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I'm trying to learn, Professor Lightning.
No, I honestly, it's very, very difficult with modern diesels to get better fuel economy, except for
Less on the right foot, pal.
yeah, less on the right foot. That's the bottom line. It's just
So what
drive
you're
it like a
saying
grandma.
is your new pedal device is great for fuel economy.
Not necessarily. Again, if you want high performance with most internal combustion engines, it requires fuel. So a diesel engine is a giant, as Dale would say, Dale Banks, is a giant air pump that
Suck,
requires...
squeeze, bang, blow.
It's a giant air pump that requires fuel to run. Okay, it's an air... Listen.
Okay, so you have a pedal monster, and if I wanted, what are your settings? Stock to 10?
So it's stock, city, sport, and track. And
What if
there's 10
you-
levels of each.
What if you did an eco mode that dented the pedal even more to help people from bearing it so much?
Our competition does have that.
Oh, interesting.
And we chose to not.
Why?
It's a serious liability. Imagine that the pedal device, your throttle sensitivity device, is intercepting your pedal cleaner, right? So it's plugged into the connector atop your
OBD2
foot,
port?
right? No.
Oh,
No.
on the pedal side.
It's intercepting your pedal.
Yeah.
Like there's a connector on the
Yeah.
top of your big toe, right? And it goes to your ECM, and it's drive-by wire, right?
Yeah.
So it's converting a 0 to 5 volt signal, okay? And 0 is at the top, 5 volts is forward. Simple as a car stereo knob.
All right, we're gonna go through
It's
water
more
again,
complex,
Bubba.
but that's the
You want to
gist.
roll your window down?
Imagine though that
Here we go.
I take away power, all right? So you're 3/4 throttle,
Whee!
and I'm only giving you
Is that fun?
1/3.
Hence saving me fuel economy.
Do you have to go
Yes,
potty?
what happens if the pedal
No? You all good?
module fails and you're
Do you need any
3/4
more
to the floor,
snack?
but I'm only giving you 1/3 throttle?
I don't know what happened.
You lurch forward, you
snack
haul
or you're
ass,
good?
and you rear-end the guy in front of you.
But how's that any different from
It's called-
making it more sensitive?
It's called unintended acceleration. Because
Well,
if
I understand that.
Now flip the equation. If I give you a lot of sensitivity, you're 1/4 throttle, and
You're saying
I'm
that
paying-
if the aftermarket module fails, not if the pedal fails.
Yeah.
Got it.
So the aftermarket module
Understood.
fails. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm a quarter down.
That's fair.
And I'm giving you 3/4, and the module fails. Well, you're still only at a quarter, so you slow down a little. But what you don't want, and the same thing goes for valet mode, which a lot of the guys have too. They have valet mode, which basically deadens the pedal. So if you've got a Corvette or something, you don't want the valet hauling around, or your kid or your wife or whatever. This deadens it. Well, if that sucker fails, and the kid or the valet's got the foot to the floor, and all of a sudden the module turns off and gives you 100% throttle, guess what? You're totaling that car and anyone in front of you. So we chose not to do that.
Interesting.
I mean, we thought about it. We're like, dude, this would be a great feature.
Yeah, no, it is a great feature. I'm just trying to help the guy who wants more fuel economy out of his car.
So again, air. It's all about air, especially in
Or
diesel.
less right foot.
Or less right foot.
Well, as long as you're talking about doing unintended burnouts, you might need a new set of wheels and tires.
Oh, so you're talking about calling Catherine at Portable Parts.
Our next guest, let me dial.
Hi,
Hello, is this Catherine Reinhardt from Four Wheel Parts?
the one and only.
What's
Excellent.
happening? Hey, wait, you can't talk yet. We have to play a quick intro. Don't move, Catherine.
Welcome to the parts department.
Screws, nuts, filters, oil, grills, tools, wheels, tires, brakes, lights, gears, belts.
And your wife warns you not to. And then you want to come back. Now, Holman, we've talked to a lot of people in the parts department, but we've never actually talked to someone at such a big parts department. Like, 4-Wheel Parts is, I think, arguably the biggest?
Well, I'm pretty sure we made that intro by just going through their catalog.
Right? It's the bottomless catalog.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm really excited to be on. I feel like we've been talking about this for a while, but here we are actually making it happen.
2.5 years.
I know, right? I think you were one of the first people that I ever reached out to, and you're like, sure, no problem. And then again, sure, no problem. And then we see you on the trail.
Wait, and that was,
sure, no problem.
2 companies ago, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. So, you know what? Maybe, was it IBOC, MagnaFlow, was it Pilot or RBP, or I guess it was one of those she worked at when we first asked her.
It's us, isn't it? You're trying to go into witness protection, and we keep finding you. Is that what's happening here?
Maybe something like that. Maybe it's your follow-up skills, not mine.
Oh, no, there's no way, because every time
Wait,
I
hold on.
watch it,
Hold on. I have the litmus test. I have the litmus test.
Yeah.
Did we ever give you a T-shirt?
No.
Yep, it's definitely us.
So, Catherine, we want to hear about 4-Wheel Parts, but I really briefly, I want to find out, because you've been in this game for quite some time, right? You're now head of something or other over at 4-Wheel Parts. You're some big executive muckety-muck. But you came up like you've been in this industry for a long time, starting, I think, was 4-Wheel Parts your first gig? Let's go in the Wayback Machine here.
Oh my God. How long ago? Well, let's see, Jay. The first time you and I met each other, oh my gosh, I was working at Spectre at the time.
So this is in
Either this was a long time ago, or she erased it from her memory banks, and she's
On
having to
purpose,
remake those connections in her neurons.
I think
Well-
this is going to be, what, mid-90s? Like 4, 5, somewhere in there? 6?
Hold on. Listen, let's not date ourselves. But no, it was the early 2000s, and I met you through a friend of ours. This is back when you still had Long Beach clothing.
Oh, yeah,
The first
okay.
time I met you was when I came down to your shop at the Pike.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, that's right. And you came down with our buddy James. So, but then you had not started at IBOC just yet, right?
No, I never worked at IBOC.
You didn't?
No. I
No.
guess I just wasn't really good at fashion.
You missed the bit. Jay was supposed to say, here's the 5 companies. Tell us which one is wrong.
Right, I should have done. Which one is not like the other?
Yeah, that's how we could have covered our tracks on that one.
Okay, so you were a brand ambassador for IBOC.
I mean, if that means they gave me free springs and I had to go talk about it, yes.
Okay, all
that's
right.
fair.
Yeah, good. Well, that's kind of what you cut
I'm
your chops,
giving
right?
I'm giving you half a point on that, Lightning.
Okay, let's do it.
Half
That's worth it.
point.
All right, wait, hold on a second. I get a... All right, good.
No, only half a ding.
So I can't take half away. It would be like a
All
yeah. Well, take us through quickly where you came up.
Yeah, so I went from Spectre to Go Rhino, so all the off-road parts and accessories for Jeeps and trucks, and then I went to MagnaFlow, and then I did a brief stint over at RBP, Rolling Big Power, and then now I'm over at 4WP.
That was 20 years in like 10 seconds.
And in the last 20 years, I've been here. Just rotting away. I don't know what it's like to walk into a different company and have a different desk.
No, that's not true. You have.
You have. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
And your check has come from like 10 different organizations.
That's true. I think I've had 8 companies in my nearly 20 years here.
But same group of men and women around you for the most part, right?
No, I mean, I'm one of the last. No, I just play Survivor really well.
Yeah, you are the last man standing.
I'm still on the island for now.
He hasn't been voted off yet.
That way, do you still have your clothes? Are you eating shellfish? Like, how are you surviving?
I'm actually eating sand.
Oh, sand.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get some of those sand fleas are in there, and I'll get some protein out of
Some
that.
nutrients,
Yeah.
got it. Okay. And Catherine, tell us about landing at 4-Wheel Parts. As many may know, 4-Wheel Parts was purchased by Polaris not too long ago, and is expanding the company and doing great things. So tell us what's going on over there, and I know that you are kind of behind their latest wheel launch, correct?
Yeah, so 4WP has 95 stores nationwide, some of which are in Canada, and we have a big expansion plan. We're going to continue opening up more stores. We're going to continue driving people to the 4Wheel Parts website. We are the Jeep and truck place for you to get any and all parts, whether that be Front, back, under, inside, up top, whatever you can think of, we've got it at our store. And so for me, I came in earlier this year, and I'll just tell you guys, I started the job, and 5 days later, COVID hit. And I've spent more time at home than I have at the office, and it's a little surreal working for a company. And luckily, because I worked for so many other brands, as you guys have clearly pointed out, I knew a lot of the people and I know the process, but to actually work for the company and then be sent home and I haven't been back since is a little weird.
How do you decide to get in the wheel game, or is this not for wheel parts?
4WP.
4WP. Yeah, but let's rewind that for a second. Do you know the history, with the reason that they have kind of moved away from the phrase 4-wheel parts and went to 4WP?
You know, 4-wheel parts, everybody knows the company, everybody knows the stores, but one of the things we were trying to do was create some additional branding within the private label parts that we were making. So I think you guys know about some of the other brands that we have, the Pro Comps, Committee Belts, Poison Spider. You know, there's a ton of different brands that we have internally. We wanted to have our own brand of wheels and tires, and what better way to brand it than with the 4WP factory logo.
And so what does a factory designate? Because that's a new branding term for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, basically it's just saying, hey, you're getting some really quality products directly from the factory with good pricing. And so what we were trying to do was just let them know, hey, you're getting them from us, and you're getting a good deal, and you're getting a quality product.
You're eliminating the private labeling in the middleman. So you guys are basically getting them direct and then passing that on to the consumer.
Exactly.
So let's talk about your new tire line. Looks like they come in 33s, 35s.
Wait, hold on a second.
What?
How are you going to blow past my wheels? You know I'm a wheel guy.
Well, I left you an opening and you were
Not
like
much.
staring out the window.
No, what are you talking about? I'm looking at the website and I had a little drool coming out of the corner of my mouth. I got to be honest with you. Can you
Do you like
take...
better, Jay, the T series or the S series?
I think the T.
Totally the T. That's my favorite as well.
I think so. So take us through who's designing these. Are they in-house? Are they, like, how do you bring a wheel line to 4-wheel parts? Because, and is this the first line of wheels that 4-wheel parts has launched? Because 4-wheel parts is known for selling everyone else's wheels. Now there's a lot of pressure on you guys to do your own. If you screw it up, there's a lot at stake.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right. You know what, these wheels, there's a very large internal team. We have some external partners as well to make these wheels come to fruition. I can't give you too many details. You know, there's a little bit of the green curtain right there. But the good news is the really quality wheels, we've already sold out of a lot of the T-Series style sizes. So that tells us that they're really working well in the market space. We've had a ton of ambassadors use them, get some great photography of them. It's actually a wheel that's doing really, really well.
And these are all cast wheels?
So they're flow formed. So it's the middle of cast wheels and forged wheels.
That sounds like marketing dust.
Well, no.
Tell me more.
Well, yeah. What is the wait? Hold on. They're either cast where aluminum is poured into a mold,
or they're forged where they're created out of pressure from a piece of billet. So tell us, how does this work?
Yeah, so it's basically the pressure of the inner barrel inside the wheel, and while spinning,
roll your window down. Roll your window down. Gently. Roll your window down. There's a turkey. There's a turkey.
The aluminum.
So does that give you all of the grains of aluminum in the correct
Look out here.
direction for strength?
Look out here. It's going to be right by your window, okay? Look.
That's actually really neat.
Do you see him down there?
What are the
Look at
wheels
the
rated
turkey.
at? Because
Look
I
down
know
there.
a lot of trucks
That's
these
the
days,
turkey.
especially even modified Jeeps, there's a lot of weight on them, and so you want them to be strong enough for impact protection, but you also want them to be able to hold the load that everybody's putting on overlanders or getting beat down a trail in Baja.
Yeah.
Cool.
No,
All right,
sure.
let's find a place to turn around. We'll see if we can see him again.
We can take them overlanding, we can take them racing. They're definitely really good to have them.
are you getting into V-blocks or the serious race stuff, or are they pretty much daily driver at this point?
Yeah, daily driver at this point. We're not getting into the hardcore race stuff right now. No simulated V-blocks, anything like that. But if you're telling me that that's where the market needs to go, then listen, I'll happily write a little note for you.
I don't know. I mean,
Well, here's what I
Holman
think.
would be better in this topic, but I think that you did the right thing first, right? I mean, the giant market is.
Yeah,
consumer
obviously you go
over-the-road
broad,
stuff,
but I think that there's a big market for what I would call a protection ring. So it's not a bead lock, it's not really even a simulated bead lock, but what it is a removable lip. So if you get rock rash on it, you can
explore a little bit,
easily
Bubba?
replace those.
Ah.
And that way you have a good looking wheel all the time. So I know a lot of people who have
No more
wheels like
exploring,
that,
you just
where
wanna
they
keep
have a
going?
set of beauty rings that are maybe painted the color of the
Okay.
Jeep or an accent color.